All right, welcome to Make HOAG Money, everyone. Glad to see everybody, and looking forward to making a little bit of money today with your help. This is the CFTC disclaimer. It says that there is a lot of risk in futures trading. It's not for everybody, and we should only be using risk capital, which is money that you can afford to lose to trade. One of the reasons I like Top Step so much is you will not have to put your own risk capital up. Succeed in the trading combine, we'll put the money up for you. There's no guarantees of success or failure in this. This is solely for educational purposes. We're not going to be calling any trades. You are. And this is a live account. So hypothetical and stimulated performance results, the limitations that they have aren't here. We have skin in the game. We're looking forward to seeing some good trades today. Thank you again for joining me. Let's go over the rules. Kindness and respect are expected above everything. There's always differences of opinion in markets. It's what makes them so good. We're going to have a couple of people enabled to talk. We're all going to be involved in the Zoom meeting with the decisions. Of course, context of your trades, time frames, and reasons for them are going to be, of course, helpful. We're going to use that chat room to discuss trades. We're going to vote on those trades using the Zoom polling tool. We're going to focus only on the S&Ps for opportunities. We got to remember we don't have to trade just to trade. We're not going to be taking any losing trades, which is, of course, a joke. We all have losses in trading. We have to learn to deal with them and keep them as small as possible. And, of course, your feedback is vital on the continuation, expansion of Make HOAG Money. You can tell me what you think you would make HOAG Money, and please do at jhoagland@topstep.com. All right. Let's dive in. Let's see what we've got going on. Anybody that would like to join me and speak and talk about trades and all of that, more than welcome. Just let me know. You can raise your hands. You can chime in. You can do whatever you want to let me know. All right. We got the brother team here. We're promoting you to a panelist, Rick. Anybody else that wants to chime, wants to join us, just let us know and we'll get you in there. What are we looking at here? Well, here's the daily. We know we've come off our recent highs. We are right down up against an important inflection level that is the weekly kickoff low. That's 41.25, right about there. 41.25, there's weekly kickoff low. Looked below it yesterday, last night. Lost open interest on the move to the downside yesterday. Volume was a little bit better, but nothing really notable, especially on a down day. And what are we doing? Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart here, just briefly. Okay, we are in range. We are in value. Here's our look down below weekly kickoff low, 41.25. Remember, that's that weekly kickoff level. I'm going to put a line there. What's up, Rick?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're good. How are you?
All right. What are we thinking?
Wait and watch right now, but I want to sell it against the 41.80 area. It gets up there.
Yesterday's high. Got it. What else we got? We got Travis. Travis back with us today. Do we do the opening range trade? Let's vote. Opening range trade if it is 5 points risk or less. Launching. Let's see what we have. Here it is. We have 40% participating, 60% saying yes.
It's like flip a coin.
Right? Ben, who is one of our frequent flyers here, says no. Inside range, inside value. I'm inclined to agree with him. We're at 58%. Here's what it looks like. 61% say yes. We have Mr. Hoyt with us on his day off. Looking forward to seeing what Mr. Hoyt's got to say. Shaw agrees with Ben. No inside value, inside range. Do we do it? Do we not? We'll see what happens when the time gets there. The vote is yes.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'd try it. I would just let it challenge it and see if it fails.
Yeah, that's why, if the opening range is small enough to where the risk is really minimal, I'm okay with that.
Exactly. Don't force it.
Robert Dwyer agreeing, don't force it. What's up, Travis? What's up, Mr. Hoyt?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Everyone. Hopefully YouTube can hear us a little better today.
Yeah, right? I hope so. I don't see
we'll find out.
Don't see anybody complaining about it just yet.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully they can hear Rick at least, so that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, guys.
I'm kind of on the same page with you guys. It sounds like obviously looking for shorting resistance today. I don't know. I think 85 might be a little optimistic. I don't know if it'll get back up to that level. 50 has definitely been a struggle. And then the ultimate that I'm looking for is around 63 as a level that I have. So if we can get to 63, I'm definitely going to be looking for a short there. But like I said, 50's been kind of a struggle, definitely overnight, and we've seen that. So it'll either be a magnet at 50 and maybe it'll shoot up above that, but I don't know if it'll. Shorting 50 last night and overnight has been successful, so I don't know if we'll get much above 50. Guess we'll wait and see.
Okay.
But I'm definitely not looking for any longs today.
Okay. No, really. Okay. All right. Mr. Hoyt?
Hey guys, I mean, I'm a bear just because we keep going lower recently. We had the change in behavior on the 17th and off to the races to the downside. I feel like if we see a bounce, I'd be looking at 66 even as a place where price might run out of energy. But, I feel like the open, I don't know, we're right here at a place where I've got a little frequency happening. I could maybe try to sell it at 46 even. The problem is my stop has to be above the 57 even, which was like last night's high. What's the high?
Right.
57 even. So it's a little bit rich,
Right.
And I'd be going for new lows.
Well, if I had your money, Matt, I'd be all right with that, I think.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, my max risk on a micro is 10 points. So if I just kind of have to wait to see how the market behaves after it opens.
All right.
I mean, the Nasdaq looks like an easier setup to the short side.
Yeah, I would be definitely inclined to agree with that. I mean, it closed below that weekly kickoff level. That's why it's kind of freaking me out because they're telling two different stories.
Yeah, I mean, I got an order to sell the Nasdaq at 12,945, and the stop's only like 30 points, and then my reward's going to be new lows, or 5-1, whatever comes first. Well, I guess that would be new lows anyway, but. I mean, if we crack that low, we're running. I've got nothing to stop us.
I got Nasdaq holding like somewhere between 12.9 and 12.8. And if it breaks 12.8, then it could easily drop down to 12.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my first downside stopper is like 12.6. After that, it's just like price.
Nasdaq seems to be leading it.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with that. All right, we are 1 minute from the opening range. We'll see what we do there. We've got the green light from the community. We want it to be small risk.
That's why patience.
Patience. You sound like me. Ah. Okay, we're opening, when we open between like two big high volume nodes like that, I focus on those high volume nodes for the opportunities. It looks like we're opening outside of them, looking like we're going to take another look down to weekly kickoff low, perhaps points lower. We've got lots of naked points of control lower. I wrote them down yesterday: 41.22, 41.07, 40.74. There's plenty of visuals down below us to look at.
ACH.
ACH, here we go. Here's that 1 minute. Two-point opening range so far. Yes, Robert. When I look at the opening range, I look at the first minute. There are those that look at it in bigger time frames. So we're already greater than 5 points of risk. So we're not going to take the opening range trade today.
Too narrow.
Too wide.
Wide?
We're looking to take the opening range trade if the risk is, if the range is 5 points or smaller. We're already beyond that by 2 ticks. We could cheese our way and say, well, 2 ticks is close enough, but do we want to do that? I mean, we're all kind of in agreement. We're kind of in range and value. Better trade locations are likely to come later on.
Could be a chop fest.
Yeah, unfortunately, that seems to happen to us on HOAG Money. Sometimes there's good opportunities, sometimes not. Maybe we should do this every day. I don't know. We'll have to see.
That sounds fun.
Greg Hines is going to join us. We got a whole plethora of people to chat with here today. This is exciting. So we're looking at Travis is looking up around $50 for opportunities for shorts. Rick's looking a little higher than that. What are we looking at for continuation to the downside if we don't get good trade location and we start ripping to the downside? I know I tweeted yesterday that every time I forsake good trade location for momentum, I lose, which generally is true. Here's that first minute. Okay, we looked above.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hello, Mr. Hogue.
Good morning. Good morning, Greg. How are you?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. And yourself?
I'm doing okay. Not doing much here just yet. We're all kind of in agreement because we're in range and in value from yesterday. We should be patient, look for better trade locations. What are you thinking?
I agree, but back to what I believe Mark said, how you guys said the Nasdaq and the ES had 2 different stories.
Yeah.
I stayed in the chat. From what I see from yesterday's volume profile, the ES is above the value area low, but the Nasdaq is below.
Below.
So that's pretty tricky right now, right?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So, I agree with the waiting now. But what do you say about this? If we go to the 30-minute, we got this, the 9 o'clock candle. We could take that as a hammer candle, right? Would that be any of significance in this
All the
situation?
manufacturers PMI coming out at 845 Central.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The hammer like this, I think, it's more useful when it's at an extreme, and it's in the middle of the range from last night.
I agree, but it's at a value area low, so it's kind of tricky. I understand. I agree with the first part. There's more value at the downtrend. I agree. I agree.
So right now, I mean, we're kind of sitting on our hands, thinking about looking at something up above 41.50 for a potential short. Pretty much that seems to be in agreement. I mean, we're going to be looking for shorts. Rick's a little bit more aggressive, looking for a bigger pullback to the upside for an opportunity up around 41.80. I like 41.57. I like to see if we can take out the high of the opening range, the high of the overnight session, and fail above it, and then we take the short to look down.
What I was saying, John, is you could sell rallies at 41.80 is your threshold. Gets above that.
Okay, so that's your risk there.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the resistance I'm looking at. If you break that, you're going higher, and then 40.80 on the downside.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how how the what is it? The open interest is opposite in the NASDAQ and the S&Ps. So we lost in the S&Ps 8,400 and we gained in the NASDAQ 5,800. Those are estimated. But there's so much conflicting information from very, similar markets. It's giving me a lot of cognitive dissonance is what I'm saying. I'm glad these trades are yours because I don't know what to do.
What are the lines you got on that bar on the left side?
This here?
Yeah, RSI is it?
No, that's
moving averages.
VWAP is 41.42, and this is the first and second standard deviation from VWAP.
What about 20-day moving average?
20 session on the 30. Do you want simple?
Yeah.
Bam. Right at VWAP.
Right what?
Right at VWAP.
Yeah.
You see it? Right there.
Yep.
Yes, money coach. Yeah, we were trying to, limit risk, especially when the opening range is inside value from the previous session. So now we're in an area where I would be looking for repair. What is repair? Yesterday we had a double distribution trend day according to market profile information. We opened below it, but we've driven back above an assumed point of control in this distribution of time. That upon acceptance above that, it's going to have a tendency to go to the other assumed point of control in this distribution of time. So it looks to me like our volume point of control from yesterday or TPO point of control from yesterday is kind of a prime level for us to look at. It's weak, number one, because the overnight traded right to the point of control from yesterday. TPO point of control is right here. Let's call it 41.56.75 or 57. 41.57. And we've got the volume point of control for the entire session just above that. So if you ask me, this is kind of a target-rich area. We've got our overnight low matching the TPO point of control from yesterday and the volume point of control of the overall profile up here as well. So I'm looking for the market upon acceptance inside this hole in the profile from yesterday to try and reach out and see if there's any business up at this comfortable level up here of the point of control in the upper distribution. When we have a double distribution trend day, I tend to attach a visual value area to the lower distribution as well as the upper distribution, and I eyeball a point of control in the lower distribution and the upper distribution, because technically I look at them as two separate distributions of time, balance, and volume.
So now you're below that 20 in the VWAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably take a short.
Against VWAP here.
Well, I'd raise it up probably to 41.55. You know, those ties, see the two tops?
Right here.
No, down to.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, so 41.50.
Yeah, 50 and change.
It's probably going to take that first standard deviation up to that area. All right. Do we like this?
Struggling.
Do we like this trade? Do we want to see if we can get it? I've got the poll open. Choice 1 is yes. Choice 2 is no.
I think you missed it, but
Well, we miss a lot of trades, don't we? Rick, if you and I were trading in the same room, we'd probably get nothing done.
yeah, you just need faster fingers.
Be like, all right, well, it's open. Let's go to breakfast.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's go to the bar.
Lou Monati's. Or what's that place? No, Lou Mitchell's. Right?
Lou Mitchell's, yeah.
Got no bodies for breakfast.
That's-
That's
See, now you're short, right? You got short there.
Well, we haven't had the opportunity. You just
Got up
came.
there.
You just came up with the idea.
No, it got up there.
Up above 140, 150. On what chart are you looking at?
Sell it against the VWAP. Like
No, you said you were looking up at 4150. Up at.
Stop.
Oh, jeez.
I said sell it against the VWAP.
All right. Well, there's the results. We've got 73 said yes. If we can get up there.
We did. But you were yakking.
No, you were saying 4150 is your area you were looking for. I mean,
Well, that was where I would put my stop.
well, I'm going to put the entry in where you would put your stop. It's probably going to work. We're going to put our stop above the high of the overnight.
Don't listen to your big brother.
When have I ever?
Yeah, that NASDAQ at 12.95 was a good spot.
Yeah, I'm short the Nas there.
Nice.
Around 44.
That 12.8 area would be your support area, so you're probably going to want to watch that if you're short.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to test if this holds the turn. I think we're going to obviously test the low, right? So try to take one off at that 815 area. We're short 2, so I'm take one off at 815, and then my next one's going to be at what went on 12.622. If I should be so lucky. Because it's just thin air. I mean, once we crack that 12,800, you're really looking at the point of ignition. See what happens.
I took those orders off. The stop is just too prime for targeting 58.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
the
we
area.
originally wanted to short.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
So my thought is, did the market run so much vertically yesterday that it just needs time to rest and gather its energy again before it moves
Well,
out of whatever it's going to do?
on the forecast this morning, I toyed with the idea that the market is seeking balance, and it's going to stay in that balance until something knocks it out of that balance, either GDP or Jackson Hole. So, being patient, waiting for the initial balance to establish is probably not a bad idea.
Sell orders coming in on the right side. Dollar's sinking a little bit. Metals are rallying.
Well, I guess my tweet yesterday about gold was well timed.
Well,
You
think
say-
about that. The thing about that, John, is that's holding its own while freaking indices are just dropping out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're holding right at VWAP and the 20-day moving average. So, I did buy gold like 2 ticks off the low yesterday.
Nice.
On the opening, I put that order in before the opening.
Here's yesterday's low. Pow. Ben, what do you think of this attenuation down here?
Ooh, using the big words.
That's Ben's name. That's Ben's word.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Bought 31.75. Nice. Yeah, it is pretty whippy.
Yeah, that number just came out, right?
Anne Marie, it happens to the best of us. Ben, do we go back to the well on this one? We looked below yesterday's range and rejected relatively quickly.
Did you check that number, John?
What number?
The manufacturer's PMI that just came out?
Oh, no.
Said it was going to be a earth shaker, but
For 44.1, they were looking for 49.2.
so lower.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean about going back to the well? Yeah.
Do we go?
Explain that, John.
If we saw the pop down there, very low volume.
It's an opportunity. I think that was an opportunity.
Yeah. Do we take it again if we get the chance down there? I mean, we looked below yesterday's low, very low volume down there.
Do home sales at 9 o'clock. I could get.
By all rights, with the way the market's been trading, you should just sit in the sideline right now.
I know, but that's boring.
No,
I know. That's part of the rule here is we don't have to trade, but I want to do.
call it monetary, savings or whatever. Consolidation.
Yeah, preservation.
Preservation. There you go.
Capital preservation.
I mean, I've just got a little trend line here from low. If you connect the tops, the higher the day's kind of right on that. That's kind of why I sold it there.
Dagnabbit. Ben, that was a good shot. It should have at least tested weekly kickoff low on that move, and it didn't.
John, the NAS is rising a little bit.
Okay.
The metals are rising.
Wow.
I just want to buy TQQQ, but
Well, Rick, you're the VWAP guy. Do we buy it here?
I buy it here.
Yeah, above VWAP.
Yeah, and you could, and then just put the stop just below the low today. At 21. But buy it, I don't buy it here, buy it on a break. If it breaks.
Yeah, you've got it 43 a bid in. It's above VWAP. Oops. Things are just happening too fast.
The Dow's higher on the day.
Looks like futures are still down a little bit.
Fast futures.
Just poor trade location in the daytime frame here.
What do you think of the overnight low in the S&P? I mean, is that anything to? We're not going overnight high. We're inside.
Yeah, we're dead in the water on these. Overnight low, I would have loved an opportunity down there. I mean, we got weekly kickoff low at 41.25. That's just a level that I come up with there, where I believe longer time frame traders are going to really think about adjusting inventory at that time at those levels. So usually we're going to get a bounce off them and a pretty move in the in the opposite direction, or upon acceptance we get a move to the downside. Now, here's the Nasdaq, and 12,956 is weekly kickoff low. 12,956. We closed below it yesterday. Bam, right there. So now it seems to be somewhat magnetic. Resistant, 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 resistant. Now we're looking above it. Does it become support? Oh, I wanted that long down there. Let's go back to the S&P here.
Where's he? 47 he's long. Can you go out further on that chart, John? There we go. So you got that double top there, so
Right here is where you're looking at, right?
yeah.
42. I think we looked at that and agreed.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, we're short there. What's our risk? Oh yeah, that's right. I said 4 to 58, which is an area I like for a short.
Well,
Sorry, gentlemen, I got disconnected.
That's all right. You're back.
Yes, I'm back, man. Looks like that setup worked.
Yeah.
That brings me to one quick question.
Yeah.
Isn't it annoying that some mornings the market is directional and then some mornings it's just so much chop?
Yeah.
Like you say, it's a poltergeist, man.
It is. It knows what scares you, that's for sure. Now we've got
you're in the money, John.
all right. New home sales here in 6 minutes.
That's not going to be good.
Probably not. So I'm going to
On
trim
ACH,
I'm gonna
right?
trim my risk down here to
I
54.
would look to maybe buy that back in at around VWAP, around that 20. Take 10 out. What do you think?
VWAP is Let's go with 43.
Well, Mr. Hogue, I missed the trade, but just curious on where you took the entry at.
We're short at 52. 41.52.
On that wick up.
Okay, we short. Okay, we shorting over. We're shorting the high of the cycle. All right.
Pretty much. She's still on the wick up against those highs.
These highs right here.
Right, because you mentioned 50 was a strong resistance level. Yes, sir. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Ben took the short.
You gotta think of when you ring the bell.
Rob Dwyer, if I were to make you a panelist, you could share your screen, but we got a whole bunch of people here already. How about Thursday? We share your screen. Excellent. We'll look forward to seeing you Thursday.
John, I cover.
Yeah?
Unless you want to just let it go.
We're chickening out.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm impatient, so
Fish or cut bait? Launch.
If that housing number
Choice
comes
one,
out
we
bad,
fish.
yeah. Where's your trailing stop at? 50?
54.
Yeah, leave it in. You got one lot on, right?
Yeah.
And you're in the money, so.
We've got fish or cut bait. We got a lot of cut bait here.
You could always move your stop down to high that, the top, just over that wick top.
Here?
Yeah, up like maybe 54.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
A lot of folks wanted to cut bait.
No, I mean, just move your stop down.
So we just
Go
make
high.
it break even.
Well, no, like 54. 50.
Well, that's I already did that.
Oh,
We were already at 54. As soon as it went our way, I shortened up the risk on that.
well, you're looking good right now, so.
Thank you. I am a handsome devil, aren't
Hey, age before beauty.
I?
Now, if the housing number comes out bad, worse than expected, what are we looking for target wise?
Whoa.
The
Well,
first target would be the open at 37, but I don't know if you want to go deeper than that. If you want to try to go for your 25.
I mean, do you think we'd take out the overnight low? You see that? I mean, we know ACH, but I know that number can be volatile.
You got a lot of lows there by that VWAP, John. See that?
uh-huh.
So maybe, I mean, if you're going to scalp it, take it then, and then if it bounces up to that 47, 48 level, we'll reload, you know?
What I want to say is this is, do we hold it into the number is number one. If we hold it into the number, we're gonna take off the profit target.
Okay.
If we don't want to hold it into the number, we'll take it here.
Your risk reward is definitely there.
Huge.
I know. And you're playing the right side, I think. I think you got to be selling into the
I love risk reward talk. I love
selling
that.
spring.
So here's
He's risking
there's our results. We're a 67%. Take off the profit target and let it fly. We got 2 points of risk.
Or move it down to, that 41.38, Larry.
Well, we could put a wishing order in.
And if you get a bounce, you reload.
Here, I will put a wishing order in at 25.
Gold and silver are both rallying. They're above their VWAPs and they're moving averages. First time in weeks.
Oh, my palms are sweating.
This is the rush, though.
The best trades are the ones that make you a little nervous.
True.
The layups never work for me.
Lower by a lot. Lower by a lot. The number just came out.
511,000.
Oh, they're not going to market shooting like that. Look at that. Look at that.
Guess what, guys? I got shaken out with these last 2 minutes.
It just went right down to VWAP here,
Yeah.
which is
Let's see if we
point of control.
Let's see if it follows through. It's fighting it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a nerd real quick. I use the ATR, right?
Okay.
So I use ATR 3. On the 1 minute, the ATR 3 is at 41.40.
Right here.
So, right. So we didn't clear that yet. So that explains this bounce here.
Uh,
You're getting some gyration here.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. It's getting back to our entry.
da-da-da.
We'll see what happens.
See if it brings in sellers. There we go.
Yeah, now we're just talking.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun.
So when you say bringing sellers, you mean when we reach a certain high, more sellers want to come in to push the price down?
Yes.
That's what you mean, right? Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
In a weak market, even though you get these buyers coming in and then the sellers jump on them.
Yeah, you're not bringing price up here, bro.
Not up in here.
It's cool. Yeah, not in here, not in our house. Yours only. Man, thank you, gentlemen. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Well, that was exciting.
Well, it failed. The rally failed. So
Yeah, so far.
got numbers coming out Thursday and Friday, so I think you're gonna have a lot of people on the sidelines.
That was my thought this morning is the market's going to seek balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got durable goods orders tomorrow, pending home sales, GDP on Thursday, jobless claims, and then the Jackson Hole Symposium. You suppose any of those old Fed guys are doing any hiking when they're in Jackson Hole?
Al Powell's talking, isn't
Yeah, he talks on Friday.
he? Yeah, Jackson Hole.
Yeah. Do you suppose any of them take advantage of the environs out there? You think any of those old geezers are out there hiking and do they
I
have?
don't know about hiking, but they're fishing out there. I think that's the original reason that they moved it. to Jackson Hole was there was somebody they were trying to get out there who loved to fish, so he wouldn't come to their meetings, so they moved it to Jackson Hole so he'd go fishing out there with them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but
Good fly fishing. The Snake River.
Well, whatever you do, don't go hunting with Cheney.
unless you wear your face shield.
Because I was wondering, if they're not even going to go outside, do they really need to go to Jackson Hole? Couldn't they do it in a hotel in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, but that's not fun.
No, right? Not spending enough money.
Exactly. And it's not their money they're spending anyway. So.
Right. If they want any more of my money, they better make this trade play out.
It's just like watching paint dry again.
Yeah, we've got a lot of excess down below here.
How much time you got left?
What time is it? We got about 15 minutes, which can seem like a month when you have risk on.
Yeah. In today's market, so that VWAP you did not cover, right?
No, and it's point of control too. I'm looking for the market to try and take out that point of control, take out some of this excess at the low here. But, yesterday we didn't get to weekly kickoff low. Last night we did. Market doesn't like to leave recent lows and recent highs in the overnight session.
See what you're seeing, John? Lower highs and lower lows on this bar chart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It broke VWAP on the way down that last trip down.
Yeah, look down below. I'm just trying to hold on to this long enough so that my brother's trade becomes a loss.
And cut bait right.
Dr. VJ says you're going to win.
Well, I told you to cover at VWAP. Or they're just above like 41.44 and 41.44.01.
Well, I don't know. I don't get any smarter once the trade's on. It's going to get us now.
You got greedy, John.
I do that sometimes.
Nothing wrong with taking lots of little profits, Lots of singles instead of going for home runs. Seller's coming back. Come on.
You're cheerleading.
Hey guys, there's stops down at 41.36 for all you algorithmic traders. Got to put that out there because then
they'll go looking for them.
they'll go look for them. Yeah. Oh man.
Eh. Now watch, it'll turn around. You could do the opposite of what it did to Anne Marie on the downside.
Yep. Big Daddy Nasdaq's showing a little strength.
Uh-oh.
Come down, we trade higher, so.
Right.
Kind of like that.
Isn't that always the way?
900 point rally now, I don't know.
You can always put it back out, John.
Yeah. And now we're at overnight high and the assumed point of control of repair up to this level.
You know, it's gotten beaten up so bad. I'm not surprised you're going to get a little short covering. Thanks, Doctor.
Taking a stab at the overnight high on this point of control here. My risk isn't all that great. I'm gonna give it a little bit. Yeah.
Put it out there.
Yeah, it's on there already. Let's see what happens. And we're out.
John, let the market, as you know, market will tell you when it's done right.
Yeah.
What's to the left of this?
What's to the left?
Yeah, that bar chart.
This is value high from yesterday.
So what's that next double top?
Up here?
No, down right there.
Here?
Yeah. Is that a point of control too?
No. Well, the point of control from yesterday is down here.
No.
But an assumed point of control for the upper distribution is up here.
Yeah. So what is that, 41,670, 41,61?
41. Right here?
Yeah, those two.
62. The candle shadow is up at 65.
Yeah, this is what I was looking at, this area around 63.
Got any gaps to fill up there?
Yeah.
Boy, well, that's... yeah.
I'm stealing. I like Travis's idea of shorting up here. So I just did it.
All right.
No. So I agree.
We'll see what happens. Carlos on the YouTube is agreeing with Rick. 4180 is where he likes his shorts.
I mean, I'd love to get a short up there, but I don't know if it'll get that.
About recent highs from the last couple of days. Now, or lows.
You're kind of fading in and out, Matt.
Yeah, you're weak signal there.
Where are you short at? 59.25.
Yep.
I feel like we're in a rally now. Got above the prior high at 41.57, so we haven't taken out a high the whole way down.
Where's your stop?
63.75. I want us to come back inside the overnight range. I want to look above and fail.
Yeah.
We need Tom, Rick. Fail.
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 Putting it out there.
Thanks, Gravy.
Yeah, we got some volume up here. Matt Hoyt, I'm starting to be inclined to be in your side. If we can't get back inside the range from the overnight, I think we're looking higher. Maybe we'll get our 4180 later on.
All right.
Get your money back, John. Come on. And some.
Yeah, we'll see.
This gets back to VWAP. Are you going to buy it in?
I don't know. I might get greedy.
Easy come, easy go. Remember who said that?
Yep.
Easy to make, easy to lose,
Harder than hell to keep. We got some pretty positive delta here. Anne Marie, thanks for pointing that out.
What, that John's greedy?
Yeah.
It's stalling. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. I'm not liking all this volume up here.
Gold's up almost 3%.
Wow.
No, Barrick Gold. I trade that ETF.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. So, what do we do here? We're going to go with Rick and say, if this thing does manage to get back down to VWAP, which is 41.45 as it sits now, we're going to take that profit, 41.45, which is pretty decent trade. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, you'll definitely get your money back on the day.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we're just going to play this out. We'll leave the stop where it is. Look for see if we can get back down to that VWAP level. Either way is fine with me. We'll talk about it on the recap today. If you want to join me for the recap at 3:00 on YouTube. And Chris, I don't like all that volume because it just is showing that there's volume up there and potential acceptance through volume. We have very little acceptance of price in this area. So that kind of leaves me to believe that this may end up being somewhat supportive, and where the volume is where people are comfortable trading. If that falls off, we get back down below. Well, we're back inside the overnight high, so this could be a pretty good look above and fail and a move down back to the downside. I'm going to take this one out. So we're only working our stop and our profit target as expected. And we'll see what happens.
All right, John, thanks.
Thank you all. Thanks for joining me. And trade well today. Have a good day. I'm not worried about our losing streak here. I think we're going to be okay in the long run. Thank you all for your thoughts, trade ideas.
John,
Yeah.
text me if you get your VWAP.
Okay, will do.
Okay?
Yep. Blessings, everyone. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others.
Everybody have a good day.
Yeah, make it a great day, everyone.
Trade well.